Have you ever been disrespected by someone and felt your blood boil, but later wished you'd handled it differently? What if I told you there's an ancient mindset that could turn disrespect into a moment of personal growth instead of emotional chaos? And what if that wisdom came not from modern psychology, but from the time-tested philosophy of the Stoics, masters of self-control and inner strength? Disrespect. It's something we all encounter, at work, in relationships, even online. And let's be honest, it hurts, it stings, it can shake our confidence and make our emotions flare up in seconds. But what if there's a different way to deal with it? A path of strength, not reaction. That's where Stoicism comes in. This ancient philosophy, practiced by great minds like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, teaches us how to face life's challenges, like disrespect, with grace, logic, and emotional mastery. In today's video, we'll walk through 10 practical Stoic principles that will help you respond to disrespect in a calm, wise, and empowered way. You'll see how these ideas can transform frustration into clarity and emotional chaos into composed strength. As always, I challenge you to stay with me until the very end. This isn't just a lesson, it could be a turning point. Let's begin. Keep. You're calm. The first lesson is simple but powerful. Stay calm. Stoicism teaches that we're not disturbed by events themselves, but by how we choose to interpret them. Epictetus famously said, "People are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them." So, when someone disrespects you, it's not their words or tone that truly hurt you. It's how you perceive and internalize those words. Pause and ask yourself, is this really about me or about them? Most of the time, disrespect stems from their inner struggles, frustrations, or lack of awareness, not your worth. When you shift your perspective this way, you gain control over your emotions. You don't hand that power over to someone who doesn't deserve it. Reflect on yourself. The Stoics placed immense value on self-reflection. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." So when you feel disrespected, don't just focus outward. Turn inward. Ask yourself, is there any truth in what was said? Did my words or actions contribute to the situation? What response would align with my values and integrity? This isn't about self-blame. It's about honest introspection. When you reflect with clarity, you move away from reactive emotions and toward rational, values-based action. Self-reflection helps you grow, not just past the moment, but into someone wiser, stronger, and more grounded in virtue. Learn to pause. Anger is quick, wisdom is slow. Seneca warned, "Whenever you are angry, be assured that it is not only a present evil, but that you have increased a habit." In other words, every time you react in anger, you reinforce a destructive pattern. But you can break that cycle with one simple but powerful act: pause. Don't fire back, don't lash out. Instead, breathe, think, step back. That small pause gives you space. Space to choose your response rather than be ruled by emotion. And in that space, you'll find power. This one shift, delaying your reaction, can change everything. It transforms a heated moment into an opportunity for composure, dignity, and growth. Have empathy. Finally, let's talk about empathy. Epictetus once said, "Seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourselves." Stoicism encourages us to recognize that everyone is fighting their own battles. Sometimes when people lash out or act with disrespect, they're projecting pain they haven't healed from. Instead of fueling the fire, try to understand the source. You don't have to excuse their actions, but seeing their behavior through a lens of empathy can keep you from being consumed by resentment. When you meet disrespect with self-control and understanding, you don't just rise above the moment, you become unshakable. Now that we've explored these first 4 Stoic tools, calm, reflection, pause, and empathy, let's go deeper. Up next, we'll uncover how detachment, discipline, and perspective can further strengthen your ability to handle disrespect like a true Stoic. Are you ready to keep building your inner fortress? Let's continue. So far, we've learned to stay calm, reflect, pause, and lead with empathy. But how do we carry those principles forward, especially when emotions are high and disrespect hits unexpectedly? Let's continue our journey with the Stoics. Have empathy, expanded and story-driven. One of the most powerful yet overlooked tools when facing disrespect is empathy. Stoicism invites us to shift our mindset. Instead of reacting, reflect. Try stepping into the other person's shoes. Ask yourself, what might they be going through? Maybe they're dealing with stress, insecurity, or even fear. Perhaps their words weren't meant to hurt, but were simply a reflection of their own inner chaos. When you view the situation from this perspective, things begin to look different. What once felt like a personal attack may no longer feel so personal. Empathy gives you the ability to respond, not with anger or defensiveness, but with compassion. That doesn't mean you condone their behavior. It means you choose to rise above it. When you stop seeing the person as an enemy and start seeing a human being in pain or confusion, your emotional grip on the situation softens. You begin to act from a place of dignity, not reaction. This is the Stoic path, responding with grace, grounded in wisdom. And the truth is, showing empathy doesn't make you weak. It proves your strength. It reflects your maturity. It's proof that you are guided by your values, not your wounds. By the way, if you've made it this far, give yourself credit. Most people tune out or give up when things get deep, but you're still here. That means you're not just watching, you're growing. Let's keep going. Concentrate on virtue. Stoicism places the highest value on virtue, qualities like wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. As Seneca said, virtue is nothing else than right reason. In other words, living with virtue means acting in harmony with logic, integrity, and nature's order. When you're disrespected, the Stoic response isn't to lash out or hide. It's to let virtue guide your next move. What does that look like? It means responding not with revenge, but with reason. It means holding your head high, even when others stoop low. It means staying true to who you are, no matter how others behave. By focusing on virtue, you anchor yourself. You no longer let emotions drive your reactions. You let values lead the way. In the end, disrespect may bruise your ego, but if you stay rooted in virtue, your character remains untouched. Embrace acceptance. Another core Stoic teaching is acceptance, especially of the things we cannot control. Epictetus reminds us, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. So when someone disrespects you, ask, can I control what they think or say? Of course not. What you can control is your own mindset, your own words, your own actions. This is known as the Stoic dichotomy of control, recognizing the line between what's within your power and what's not. When you stop trying to manage the uncontrollable, you free yourself from stress and resentment. Instead of wasting energy wishing someone had treated you better, focus that energy on being better yourself. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means choosing peace over pointless resistance. It means keeping your power instead of giving it away to someone else's bad behavior. And in doing so, you become unshakable. Use humor. And here's a surprising Stoic insight. Use humor. Yes, Stoicism isn't all seriousness and stone faces. Seneca once said, "You have mastered yourself when you know how to deal with what you should not take seriously." Sometimes, a little laughter is exactly what you need. When someone throws shade or acts foolishly, smiling, maybe even chuckling, can be your quiet form of resistance. Laughter lightens the moment. It shows that you're not bothered. It creates distance between you and the chaos. By not taking everything so seriously, you gain perspective. And perspective is power. Humor, when used wisely, is a stoic weapon, a shield that protects your peace without ever drawing a sword. So far, we've leaned on empathy, virtue, acceptance, and even laughter to navigate disrespect with strength. But we're not done yet. In the next section, we'll explore how detachment, purpose, and preparation can make you even more resilient when life tests your limits. Let's move forward. We've learned that sometimes the best response to disrespect is not fury or fear, but calm, courage, and even a bit of laughter. Let's keep moving forward with the next Stoic principles that will help you navigate disrespect with both strength and serenity. Use humor. Stoicism teaches us the importance of emotional control and rational action. But did you know it also embraces humor as a tool for resilience? Yes. Even the Stoics knew that life can be absurd. And sometimes, laughter is the wisest response of all. When someone disrespects you, humor can be your secret weapon. It helps you keep your emotional balance, diffuse tension, and avoid getting pulled into pointless anger. Instead of fuming, you might reply with a lighthearted comment or a calm, witty remark. Not to mock, but to protect your peace. Of course, Stoicism doesn't promote using humor in a cruel or excessive way. It's not about sarcasm or hurting others back. It's about staying grounded. Used wisely, humor becomes a Stoic technique, one that transforms awkward or hurtful moments into opportunities for perspective and poise. After all, sometimes the best way to say, "You didn't get to me," is with a smile. Set clear boundaries. Here's the truth. Stoicism is not about being passive. It's about being powerful, with control. Stoics aren't doormats. They're rocks, solid, steady, unmoved by the storm. So when someone disrespects you, you don't have to silently endure it. You also don't need to explode in anger. What you can do is respond with calm assertiveness. You have the right to say, "That's not okay." You have the power to express what behavior is unacceptable and what you expect moving forward. Setting boundaries isn't about punishment. It's about self-respect. It's about standing tall, speaking clearly, and protecting your peace without losing your temper. Stoicism teaches us that real strength is quiet. It's the strength of a person who honors their values, demands respect, and walks away from what doesn't serve them, with dignity. Boundaries aren't walls, they're lines of clarity, and they're essential to living a principled life. Choose forgiveness. Let's talk about something deeper. Forgiveness. Imagine someone deeply disrespects you. Maybe they lied, insulted you, or betrayed your trust. How do you respond? Do you hold on to the pain, or do you let it go? According to Stoic wisdom, forgiveness isn't about them. It's about you. It's not a gift you give the other person. It's a release you give yourself. Forgiveness frees you. It lifts the emotional weight from your shoulders. It doesn't mean pretending nothing happened or excusing bad behavior. It means choosing peace over poison. It means saying, "I won't carry this resentment anymore." That doesn't make you weak. It makes you wise. Stoicism teaches us to forgive with compassion and with reason, not blindly, but intentionally, because holding on to anger only hurts you. Forgiveness, on the other hand, is an act of emotional liberation, and in that, you don't lose, you rise, change. Your perspective. Finally, let's talk about perspective, one of the most powerful tools in Stoic philosophy. When someone disrespects you, it's easy to feel wounded, angry, or offended. But zoom out. Look at the big picture. Will this moment matter tomorrow, next year, at the end of your life? Marcus Aurelius once said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." And he was right. Disrespect in most cases is fleeting. It doesn't define your worth. Often, it's not even about you. It's about the other person's own fears, ignorance, or insecurity. When you change your perspective, you rise above the drama. You start to see the situation not as a threat, but as a test. and you choose how you show up for that test. Perspective helps you focus on what really matters: your peace, your growth, your principles. So far, you've gained powerful tools: humor, boundaries, forgiveness, and perspective to transform how you handle disrespect. But we're not done. In the final part of this journey, we'll bring it all together and reveal how applying these Stoic principles daily can turn emotional challenges into unstoppable personal strength. Let's finish strong. So when you change your perspective, you don't just rise above the moment, you begin to realign with what truly matters. Let's bring everything together. Live by your goals, values, and virtues. Instead of burning your energy on resentment or seeking revenge, redirect that energy toward your goals, your values, and your virtues. This is the heart of Stoic living. When you focus on what's meaningful, whether it's personal growth, a creative project, your health, or becoming a better friend, parent, or leader, you no longer let the words or actions of others define your path. You rise above. You choose what's worthy of your time and attention. Ask yourself, is this helping me grow, or is it pulling me away from who I want to become? When you anchor your actions in purpose, disrespect loses its power. You begin to live more intentionally, more peacefully. So the next time someone disrespects you, pause, breathe, use your perspective. Let it remind you that your life is bigger than this moment, deeper than this insult. You don't need to suppress your emotions. Stoicism isn't about pretending to feel nothing. It's about feeling with clarity and responding with purpose. Apply the 10 principles, live with strength. If you can put these 10 Stoic principles into practice: calm, reflection, empathy, pause, virtue, acceptance, humor, boundaries, forgiveness, and perspective, you'll gain something more powerful than control over others. You'll gain control over yourself, and that, in the end, is true power. You'll remain calm in the storm, graceful under pressure, wise in the face of insult. You'll become someone who doesn't just react to life, you'll respond to it with strength, clarity, and intention. If this video helped you reflect or feel more empowered, please leave us a thumbs up. It helps this message of ancient wisdom reach more people around the world. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss a lesson in Stoic thought. Thank you for spending this time with us. We truly appreciate your presence on this journey. To keep learning and growing, click one of the videos now appearing on your screen. Each one is packed with insights to help you live with more wisdom and peace. Until next time, stay calm, stay wise, stay stoic.